Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to this video. Thank you very much for clicking on it. I really appreciate it. Today we are checking out Red Velvet's newest release, Cosmic. This of course coming with a mini album as well. I'm very excited to check this out, as I always am with a Red Velvet release. So let's get into it. Now I have to say, this opening art here, absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. I don't know a whole lot about this release, I'll be honest. It kind of snuck up on me, honestly. Like, I saw when it was announced and I was like, woohoo, Red Velvet comeback. But it's like I blinked and it's here. I don't I don't know what happened. It just completely snuck up on me. But we're here, we're looking forward to it. I haven't seen any teasers, aside from, you know, teaser images and whatnot. The only thing I know, and this is just because I've seen a couple of people mention it here and there, is that it has some kind of connection, reference, whatever, to Midsummer. I have not seen Midsummer, so that's gonna go right over my head. I just know it's a thing, or at least I think it's a thing. Like I said, I've seen a couple of people mention it here and there, so I'm just assuming. But I ain't gonna know shit because I haven't seen it. But it's all good. Super excited. Let's see what the song's like. Let's have a good time. Red Velvet are back. Also, and with the album, I will of course be checking that out as soon as I can over on Patreon. So if you're interested, feel free to hop on over. We're watching Level Up Project over there as well. It's a whole thing. Yeah. There's content on Patreon if you want it. If not, no worries. It's all good. Let's watch this music video. Red Velvet, Cosmic, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. 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 That bass. Oh, we look breathtaking. Oh. That's so pretty. Oh, I love this sound. Oh. Wow. That's such a Red Velvet melody. Oh, the strings. Oh, beautiful. I need to turn this up a smidge. Wow, this outfit. These outfits. Jesus. Oh. Cute. We'll talk at the end. I have things to say. I love that line so much. Wow, so good. Okay, actress. Oh my god. Oh, Sugi. I'm actually obsessed with that line and that melody. Oh, these outfits are beautiful. This whole music video is breathtaking. I keep pressing on all of the buttons. Anyway, inspired by Midsummer, it says at the bottom there. Video inspired by Midsummer. Okay. Oh man. Like I said in the beginning, I have not seen Midsummer, so a lot of like any specific references and whatnot is all gonna go over my head. I know the broad strokes, just from what I've seen, from people talking about it, enough to make the connection, but beyond that, I want to focus on this song for the most part, because the way that, so Red Velvet, as we know, have a very broad discography in terms of genre and style and sound and all of that sort of stuff. Like I feel like, have dipped their toe in most things over the years. You know, you can find a little bit of something for everyone, for the most part. But what I think is amazing is that there are certain little details, little sounds, little melodies, whatever, that just scream Red Velvet. And it's the way, for me, one of the big ones. Well, actually, there's two that really come to mind with this music video and this song. One is that vaguely unsettling aura around it. It's like not completely all the way to like creepy or off-putting or anything like that, but there's like this through line through a lot of their music that's just something's a little bit off. Something's not quite right. And like it's done on purpose kind of thing. And I think it's so cool. And I definitely felt that. And I guess that is something that can tie into the Midsummer connection, you know, as far as my knowledge goes, you know, that kind of unsettling thing. But I felt that through the song itself as well, which I think is really cool. And the second thing is a very specific kind of melody, where they dip in and out of like major and minor notes. And that kind of feeds into that slightly unsettling feeling. They're kind of connected. But it's such a Red Velvet signature, and I love it. And I feel like sometimes in some songs it's more blatant and more obvious. Like I think Chill Kill was a really like stark example, because you had the kind of unsettling, creepy, darker side throughout the verses, and then suddenly it went like really bright in the chorus. Like that's a very stark example. With this, it's a little bit more subtle, because it's like within certain lines they like flow through that that major and minor vibe, that dark and light. And I just, it's just so cool. It's so cool to me that a group that has such a broad discography still has such a strong musical identity. Like, that's impressive. That is genuinely so impressive. So much of this just reads Red Velvet, and I love that. I love that so much. They are definitely one of the groups out there that just has the strongest musical identity, for me, at least. Oh, that was amazing. I want to go through it again. If it wasn't abundantly clear, by the way, I loved it. I don't know if I actually stated that. I loved it very, very much. Big, big fan. Beautiful song. The vocal production on this is breathtaking. The video itself is gorgeous. They look stunning. The styling? Oh, I need to sneeze again. I sneezed just before I hit record as well. Like, we're having a sneezing morning, it's fine. Oh no, it went away! It went away. I hate it when that happens. Oh, okay, that's gonna come back to bite me later. Anyway, let's go through it again. Let's go. I really wasn't expecting it to start like this. Like with that kind of like dun, 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 like a very I guess I kind of expected it to start like from the beginning to be very kind of dreamy and flowy. I don't know why, but I guess something about that art at the beginning and all of that sort of stuff, I just kind of imagined that would be where we would start, but we started from the like just from that funky, grounded, strong what is it, guitar or is it bass or a bit of both? I don't know, but it was strong and it was a much stronger sound than I was expecting right from the beginning. And then that bass. Oh god, they look so sad. Oh, this is what I mean though with the vocal production. It's just like those little moments where they bring in that extra layer or that extra harmony or whatever. Like, oh, gorgeous. Which again is a bit of a Red Velvet staple. I'd say it's an SM staple in general, but serenade me. Like, listen to that in the background. See, this is where the instrumental gets so much more dreamy. This is exactly what I mean. Like, that is such... I said it the first time. It's such a Red Velvet melody. Also, wow. Wow. How many times can I use the word breathtaking in one reaction? We'll find out. But like the way this melody, it starts so bright and light, and then there's just a moment where we just kind of dip into some of those minor chords, and it's like, oh, it's just a little bit, it just throws you off just a little bit. It's just that tiny little bit unsettling, and I just, so good. Oh, and the strings in the back as well. I love that. That is, you know, there are some hooks in songs where you're like, oh yeah, that's so clearly a hook, you know. It's sometimes it's like a really short repeated phrase or word or whatever, you know, something that is just designed to just be on a little loop in your head. You know, hook right on in there and get you. And then you have some songs where a hook line is not quite as obvious, but before you know it, it's in there. And this is such a good example of it. That whole line, riding on your rhythm through your solar system, like that's so addictive, so fun to sing along, and it's already stuck in my head. It's stuck in my soul. I also love a descending melody like that, so. Gorgeous! Stunning. These outfits. Wow! Love those vocals in the back. Oh. Cute. It's kind of hypnotic. Like, just the way these melodies flow. Wow, joy. Oh, the contrast there. The contrast there and the acting. Oh, say it with me. Breathtaking, stunning, immaculate, beautiful. Oh. The vocals, man. Oh, I really, really like this. This may be going up there as one of my favorites from them. That shot of Silgi is crazy. This music video is so beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that might be going up there. Can we also discuss the fact that it's a nearly 4-minute long song? In my 2024. Oh, what a blessing. What an actual blessing. And what's great is it doesn't feel super long. It goes by at the speed of goddamn light. Like, if you told me this was a 2.5, 3-minute song, I'd be like, yeah, totally, makes sense. But it's not. It's nearly 4 minutes of greatness. Makes me so happy. Oh, that was really good. That was really, really, really good. You know, sometimes it pays to let a comeback sneak up on you. Sometimes it works out really well. Because one of the downsides to like being hyper aware and hyper focused on a comeback that's coming up, regardless of whether you actually watch like MVTs as highlight medleys or anything like that, you build up that hype in your mind. You build up that expectation, whether you're doing it consciously or not. Like, it just naturally happens. It's just a human thing, right? And it can be really difficult to, I will just go with control. Like, control those expectations, and not let them get out of hand, right? And sometimes that means that when the release actually happens, the amount that you've built it up in your head, like it can sometimes fall a little bit short of that, and there's nothing more disappointing. Like, you hate that because you can still really enjoy it, but if you've built it up so much in your head because you're that excited for a comeback and you're that, like, you're anticipating it so much, and then it doesn't quite meet that level you've built it up to in your head, it's a little bit soul crushing, right? But when you have moments like this, like I am experiencing right now, where I was aware that this comeback was happening, but it completely snuck up on me, and I wasn't thinking about it, I wasn't focused on it, I wasn't building it up in my head. And now I'm watching this and I'm listening to it and I'm like, you know? Love it. I love it when that happens. I'm so here for it. Sometimes it's a good thing to have a comeback sneak up on you. Oh, I really enjoyed that a whole lot. Anyway, that'll bring me to the end of that. Feel free to let me know your own thoughts and feelings on the song and the music video. Also, those of you that are more in the know about Midsummer and stuff like that, feel free to leave your thoughts with, in regards to that in the comments, because I do not know. I do not know. Aside from the broad strokes, I really don't know a whole lot of what's going on there. So yeah. educate me if you wish to. If not, no worries, it's all good. Like I said in the beginning, I will be checking out the rest of the album over on Patreon as soon as I can. Fingers crossed. It'll either be today or tomorrow. But it may be later in the week. We'll see what happens, but I will get to it as soon as I can. Really excited for that. Feel free to hop on over if you want to see my thoughts on that. We have a Level Up project coming this week as well. Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time over there. If you are interested. If not, no worries. Again, it's all good. I'm going to go. Thank you very much for watching. I will end this one here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.